What if I told you the happiness you're chasing is the wrong one? Naval Ravikant calls it the hedonic trap, and the solution is a form of fulfillment few people understand. Most people spend their entire lives chasing pleasure, scrolling endlessly on social media, binge-watching shows, seeking instant gratification, and buying things they think will make them happy. Yet despite all of this, they still feel empty. Why? Because they're confusing hedonic happiness, the fleeting pleasure of the moment, with eudaimonic happiness, the deep, lasting fulfillment that comes from meaning, growth, and alignment with yourself. Today, we're going to break down the two types of happiness, why society pushes you toward hedonic traps, and how Naval Ravikant has navigated his way to true eudaimonic fulfillment. And if you're ready to build a life that lasts beyond temporary highs, consider subscribing. These masterclasses are designed for thinkers and builders like you, not surface-level advice seekers. Part 1. Hedonic versus Eudaimonic happiness. Let's start by understanding the two types of happiness, because this is the foundation for everything else we'll explore. The distinction is subtle, yet it completely changes the way you experience life. Hedonic happiness, the trap of pleasure. Hedonic happiness is pleasure-based. It's immediate, intense, and deeply seductive. Think about it. The rush of likes on a social media post. That tiny ping triggers a spike of dopamine, a micro-hit of happiness. You feel validated, seen, and for a few seconds, alive. The thrill of buying a new gadget. You tell yourself, this will make my life better. But 2 weeks later, it sits on the shelf and the excitement fades. The sugar hit from your favorite snack or the buzz from coffee or energy drinks. They make you feel good, energized, alert, but only temporarily. Binge watching your favorite series late at night. For hours, you escape and it feels pleasurable, but by morning, there's emptiness. The pattern is consistent. You chase short-term pleasure and it disappears quickly. This is why hedonic happiness is fleeting. It's intense in the moment, but unsustainable over the long term. Here's the key insight. The brain loves novelty. It craves immediate feedback. That's why hedonic activities are so tempting. Social media, video games, fast food, and instant entertainment hijacked your natural reward system. Your mind says, yes, more of this now, even though it contributes very little to lasting fulfillment. The problem? Most people mistake these micro-pleasures for true happiness. They build a life that looks fun on the surface, but feels hollow underneath. Eudaimonic happiness, the fulfillment that lasts. Eudaimonia comes from mastering a skill, learning an instrument, coding, writing, or physical training. Progress might be slow, but the sense of accomplishment grows and compounds over time. Creating value, contributing to something bigger than yourself, whether it's helping a friend, mentoring someone, or building a project that impacts others. Deep relationships, connecting authentically with people, not superficially. These connections are rich, lasting, and resilient to the ups and downs of life. Naval Ravikant captures this beautifully. Happiness is not something you postpone for the future. It is something you design into your life. This is the difference. Pleasure disappears, fulfillment endures. One is a temporary spike, the other is a slow-burning flame. Why most people choose hedonic happiness? Here's the reality. Our society is designed to push us toward hedonic traps. Notifications, bingeable content, influencer culture, marketing, and consumerism all scream, this will make you happy right now. Social media teaches you to value external validation over internal contentment. Advertising convinces you that the next purchase, the next upgrade, or the next experience will finally make you satisfied. Instant gratification has been normalized. We want everything fast, from food to fame to friends. As a result, many people spend decades chasing things that give temporary highs only to feel emptier with each passing year. A simple mental exercise. Before we move on, ask yourself, which type of happiness dominates your life? How many of your daily choices are motivated by short-term pleasure, and how many are aligned with long-term meaning? If you stopped seeking instant gratification for one day, what would you do instead? Thinking about these questions is already a step toward reclaiming eudaimonic fulfillment. Awareness alone can begin to shift the patterns that keep you trapped in hedonic loops. Imagine two people. Person A scrolls through Instagram for hours after work, buys the latest gadgets, eats takeout constantly, and indulges in quick entertainment. Every moment feels fun, but by Sunday night, there's a sense of emptiness, of time wasted. Person B spends the same hours learning a skill, working on a meaningful project, and connecting with people deeply. It's harder, less immediately fun, but by Sunday night, there's a sense of satisfaction, progress, and inner peace. Both experience happiness. One is fleeting and hollow. The other is deep and lasting. Naval calls this the difference between chasing pleasure and designing fulfillment. Part 3. Naval's Path to Eudaimonic Happiness. Naval Ravikant teaches that lasting happiness comes from meaning, not pleasure. He emphasizes happiness is a choice you can design into your life. Instead of chasing fleeting hedonic pleasure, Naval focuses on eudaimonic fulfillment, growth, freedom, and purpose. Key principles. Internal over external validation. Avoid measuring life by likes, status, or recognition. Ask, am I growing? Am I aligned with my values? Reduce desire. Wanting less often leads to more happiness. Minimizing unnecessary cravings frees space for meaningful experiences. Compound knowledge, skills, and relationships. Naval invests in long-term leverage. Skills, habits, and friendships compound over years, creating persistent fulfillment. Self-awareness and mindfulness. Understanding what truly matters prevents chasing society's version of success. Practical choices. Financial freedom early. Focus on ownership and leverage instead of status. Intentional lifestyle. Daily meditation, reading, and reflection over instant pleasure. Curated social circle. Surround yourself with people who value growth over superficial engagement. Daily practices. Meditation. Observe desires without acting on them. Learning. Invest in knowledge, even without immediate reward. Exercise. Consistent care builds subtle but lasting energy and resilience. Minimalism. Reduce distractions and decision fatigue. Long-term relationships. Invest in friendships with slow but permanent payoffs. Avoiding hedonic traps. Naval limits social media, avoids comparison, and resists chasing novelty or status. Hedonic pleasures are fine in moderation, but they shouldn't dominate life. Eudaimonic mindset. Act urgently, detach from immediate results. Focus on long-term compounding. Skills, habits, relationships grow like investments. Design your environment to reinforce meaning and minimize distractions. Applying it today. Audit your life for hedonic habits. Replace one fleeting pleasure per day with a meaningful action. Expect slow results. The payoff compounds over time. Reflect weekly. Am I moving toward fulfillment or temporary pleasure? Takeaway. Naval's happiness comes from intentional design, consistency, and alignment with values. Eudaimonic living is not discovered, it's cultivated. Part 3. Naval's Path to Eudaimonic Happiness. Naval Ravikant teaches that lasting happiness comes from meaning, not pleasure. He emphasizes happiness is a choice you can design into your life. Instead of chasing fleeting hedonic pleasure, Naval focuses on eudaimonic fulfillment, growth, freedom, and purpose. Key principles: internal over external validation. Avoid measuring life by likes, status, or recognition. Ask, am I growing? Am I aligned with my values? Reduce desire. Wanting less often leads to more happiness. Minimizing unnecessary cravings frees space for meaningful experiences. Compound knowledge, skills, and relationships. Naval invests in long-term leverage. Skills, habits, and friendships compound over years, creating persistent fulfillment. Self-awareness and mindfulness. Understanding what truly matters prevents chasing society's version of success. Practical choices. Financial freedom early. Focus on ownership and leverage instead of status. Intentional lifestyle. Daily meditation, reading, and reflection over instant pleasure. Curated social circle. Surround yourself with people who value growth over superficial engagement. Daily practices. Meditation. Observe desires without acting on them. Learning. Invest in knowledge, even without immediate reward. Exercise. Consistent care builds subtle but lasting energy and resilience. Minimalism. Reduce distractions and decision fatigue. Long-term relationships. Invest in friendships with slow but permanent payoffs. Avoiding hedonic traps. Naval limits social media, avoids comparison, and resists chasing novelty or status. Hedonic pleasures are fine in moderation, but they shouldn't dominate life. Eudaimonic mindset. Act urgently, detach from immediate results. Focus on long-term compounding. Skills, habits, relationships grow like investments. Design your environment to reinforce meaning and minimize distractions. Applying it today. Audit your life for hedonic habits. Replace one fleeting pleasure per day with a meaningful action. Expect slow results. The payoff compounds over time. Reflect weekly. Am I moving toward fulfillment or temporary pleasure? Takeaway. Naval's happiness comes from intentional design, consistency, and alignment with values. Eudaimonic living is not discovered, it's cultivated. Part 4. Practical steps to cultivate eudaimonic happiness. Naval Ravikant teaches that lasting happiness comes from meaning, not fleeting pleasure. To apply this, focus on small, consistent actions. Identify hedonic traps. Notice daily habits that feel good but leave you empty. Mindless scrolling, excessive streaming, impulsive shopping, chasing social validation. Awareness is the first step. Which actions give short-term pleasure but no lasting fulfillment? Replace one pleasure with one meaningful action. Small, deliberate steps matter more than drastic changes. Learning. Read a chapter instead of scrolling. Creation. Write, create, or work on a personal project. Connection. Call a friend instead of browsing their posts. Design for long-term rewards. Surround yourself with people, habits, and an environment that support growth. Daily routines that reinforce skills, health, reflection. Minimalism to reduce distractions. Relationships with growth-minded people. Practice patience with results. Eudaimonic happiness compounds slowly. Be impatient in action, patient with results. Skills, friendships, and meaningful projects take time, but every small effort counts. Create a personal framework. High leverage actions, 2 to 3 key actions that compound meaningfully. Consistency over intensity. Small daily efforts matter more than bursts of motivation. Avoid comparison. Focus on your own growth, not others' highlight reels. Track meaning, not pleasure. Ask, am I learning? Am I building something meaningful? Examples: learning a skill daily, mastery over months, investing time in relationships, lasting bonds, consistent health habits, energy and resilience. Reflective questions. Which daily actions were hedonic? Can I replace one with meaningful effort? Am I acting consistently or chasing instant results? Where can I create compounding growth in life? Like if this shifted your perspective. Comment one action you'll replace today. Share with someone chasing short-term pleasure. Subscribe and activate the bell to keep building wisdom. Takeaway: awareness, consistent, meaningful action, a supportive environment, and patience are keys to eudaimonic happiness. It's built, not chased. Conclusion: hedonic happiness feels good for a moment, but it fades. Eudaimonic happiness, the kind built on meaning, growth, and alignment, lasts. Naval's path shows us that lasting fulfillment comes from aligning with your deepest values, taking consistent, intentional action, avoiding shallow pleasures that leave you empty, building meaningful skills, habits, and connections, practicing patience and trusting the compounding effect of small, steady efforts. If this resonates with you, subscribe to keep exploring wisdom that actually transforms your life. Like if you feel ready to shift your focus from fleeting pleasure to lasting fulfillment. Comment one action you'll take today to move toward eudaimonic happiness. Share with someone stuck in the hedonic loop. Activate the notification bell so you never miss a lesson that can reshape your mindset. And if you want to go deeper into how your environment shapes your growth, the next video is perfect. Are your friends secretly shaping your life? Naval Ravikant. It'll show you how the people around you quietly influence your habits, beliefs, and ambitions, and how to consciously choose a circle that elevates you. Watch it next and continue building a life that grows from clarity, purpose, and meaningful action. Remember, the happiness you cultivate today shapes the life you live tomorrow. Choose wisely.